morning and happy Thursday, guys. It's May 24th, 2018. You're watching the Daily Mix TV by Hill Story Marketing. Hi, my name is Sean Patrick Hillman. NFL teams can no longer require players to take the field for the national anthem. Under new rules adopted yesterday by league owners, players can remain in the locker room during the anthem, but if they're on the field, they must stand and show respect for the flag. Football players who kneel, as has been done in recent years to protest racial inequality, will incur fines for their teams. Now, players were not consulted on the new policy according to their union, and that's got some of these guys in an absolute uproar. Many more players knelt during the last season following President Trump's complaints about the practice. And last night, the owner of the New York Jets, Christopher Johnson, said he doesn't care what the ruling is and he'll pay the fines if players defy the new edict from NFL leadership. Look, guys, I get it, but all you're really doing at the end of the day is creating a larger divide in this country. Given the near 242-year history of our great nation, surely there are better, more appropriate ways to protest and bring awareness to inequality, which is such a hot button and very important issue right now, than disrespecting the flag and the anthem. You know, I mean, I would never begrudge somebody's right to protest or their right to free speech. But at the end of the day, surely there are better, more appropriate ways to do this. Consumers are passionate about their favorite cola brands. But as it turns out, a QSR's love of a cola brand only goes so far. And it usually has something to do with their budgets. Arbys' love of Pepsi was once so strong that it apologized to the beverage brand with a 30-second spot. Now the love is gone, and that's leaving some fans in an uproar. Arbys said back in August that it planned to switch from serving Pepsi-Cola carbonated products to Coca-Cola. But restaurants only began converting their soda machines to Coke products from Pepsi recently. Now, back in late 2014, Arbys issued an apology spot to Pepsi as a make good after forgetting to feature Pepsi in at least 2 spots that year. Check it out for yourself.
Arbys has an agreement to feature their good friend Pepsi in 2 commercials a year. Well, Arbys messed up and forgot about the second commercial. So here it is. Pepsi. Cool, refreshing, and goes great with Arbys sandwiches and other Arbys foods. Arbys.
Now, though, Arbys has Coca-Cola. After conducting a thorough and highly competitive review of our previous beverage contract, which concluded earlier this year, we ultimately decided to transition to the Coca-Cola Company. We expect the conversion in our restaurants to conclude this summer, according to Arbys president Rob Lynch in a statement. Now, when the move was announced after more than a decade of pouring Pepsi, it didn't get too much attention. Not too many people saw the announcement. Certainly, most people now who've gone to restaurants that have switched are noticing, and some are very unhappy. As you can see from the tweets, they're actually very pissed off. Now, many of the country's largest chains, including McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, Wendy's, and Chick-fil-A, serve Coca-Cola products. Now, the point here is simple. If you're going to switch vendor partner contracts like Pepsi to Coca-Cola or vice versa, make sure you're not cutting your nose off to spite your face, all because of budget. If the savings is there, such as what we're seeing with the Arbys deal, then you need to make sure it isn't going to cost you customers, which could negate that savings. Often, in-store, social, and website surveys can help marketers to make these decisions more responsibly. Now, as we talked about a couple of months ago, Arbys' parent company, Inspire Brands, bought Buffalo Wild Wings. You might recall the story where we talked about how Buffalo Wild Wings is going to bring in some Arbys product and vice versa. Now, Buffalo Wild Wings switched from Coke to Pepsi in early 2014. So it isn't clear if the move at Arbys would lead to similar changes at Buffalo Wild Wings, but only time will tell. Be careful how often you return your Amazon orders. It might get you banned from the service. Apparently, the e-commerce giant has banned consumers from making purchases on their site for practices such as returning too many items. Now, there's a report circulating the internet right now that cites 2 customers who had their accounts banned without warning. In a statement, Amazon said it is rare for a customer to receive a ban for abusing their service for a long period of time. Although Amazon does not specify in the report what can get users banned, most practices tied to abusing its return policy can raise alarms, such as returning the wrong item or making too frequent returns. The idea of Amazon banning customers, though, for too many returns is not new. We've heard of other folks a few years ago who received the same treatment for returning items too many times. You know, Amazon has always had a customer-centric policy, so it's interesting to hear and see all of these stories about these customers who are banned. Clearly, Amazon is on damage control right now because they have issued several statements that qualify what happened and why. Now, the solution is very simple. Don't be a serial returner. It's not that different to, quite frankly, department store policies. ABC is expanding Good Morning America to a third hour, according to an announcement from the network yesterday. The third hour of GMA will air at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Time and is likely to bow in the fall. To make room for that expansion, the network is canceling daytime cooking show, The Chew. Now, it's interesting to note, NBC's Today Show beat GMA among total viewers during the week of May 14th, which coincided with the royal wedding. It's the first time Today bested GMA among total viewers since NBC's coverage of the Winter Olympics back in February. As you may note, over the last couple of years, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride for these 2 morning shows. The Chew has been on the air for 7 seasons. It survived the anger and vitriol of longtime soap opera fans as All My Children and One Life to Live were killed in favor of The Chew. The program was also hit by negative headlines late last year when executives parted ways with Chef Mario Batali in the wake of harassment allegations at his New York restaurants. ABC executives have not revealed when the third hour will debut exactly, but The Chew will continue in production through the end of the season and air as planned until September. Executives have also not disclosed who the new ABC News talent will be helming the third hour. Now, for a little throwback Thursday, on this day in 1989, Harrison Ford donned his trademark fedora and whip in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade alongside Sean Connery. Take a look.
How dare you kiss me?
Are you crazy? Don't go between them!
Go between them, are you crazy?
Where's my father? In the belly of that steel beast. Dad! Junior! You call this archaeology?
The quest for the Grail is not archaeology. It's a race against evil.
Germany has declared war on the Jones boys.
Those people are trying to kill us.
I know, Dad!
It's a new experience for me.
Happens to me all the time.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Have the adventure of your life, keeping up with the Joneses.
And for the quote of the day, your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. Steve Jobs. My name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO of Hill Story Marketing. I'm also the editor-in-chief of the Daily Mix TV. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.